my dream job, I need work experience. I need to develop professional skills, also coaching and mentoring, some certifications and CV rewrite too. Internship opportunities would help me greatly.
Join Momentum. Everything you're looking for in one place. Licensed work tools, personalized career roadmap, work shadowing, weekly coaching calls, practical self-paced trainings, verifiable work reference, career workshops, mock interviews, CV rebranding, and LinkedIn profile optimization. This is the real deal. Why worry about shopping for your career needs when you can get everything and more in one place? Join Momentum is a career acceleration program that focuses on practical training and certifications, work shadowing and experience, coaching and mentoring, and personalized career roadmap. For more details on how to start, call +442 045 380 208 or book a discovery call with us on our website www.joinmomentum.co.uk. Follow us on Instagram at join_momentum UK.
Are you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit, packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
Hello, my name is Victor Shonde. I'm the founder of Join Momentum. Join Momentum is a skills development and digital agency. Our focus is on developing and empowering individuals and partnering with businesses to scale. The Join Momentum Career Accelerator Program is a 6-month work experience program designed for career transitioners, job seekers, adult learners, graduates, or anyone looking to launch or transition to a career in digital technology. The 6-month program provides and focuses on digital work experience, confidence building, portfolio development, and of course, there are other things like CV branding, LinkedIn optimization that comes as part of the program. The reason why the Career Accelerator program is quite impactful is because Anyone that joins the program essentially is applying to work with our team members within the organization at Join Momentum. You work with our designers, our developers, our researchers, our testers, our BAs, including myself, from a product development perspective. So what you're getting is deep experience and knowledge beyond certifications or training or whatever it is that people get. The exchange program has proven to be transformative for people who have come on the program because within the space of 3 months, we expect you to be interview ready, job ready, and we'll support you with one-on-one coaching, mock interviews. We have a huge portal called the Career Transformation Hub with so much resources and information to help you to, when you land the job, to make sure that you're not just getting the job, but you are able to thrive and excel in the job. On skills development, we have 3 offerings: the Career Accelerator Program, the Bootcamp, and we have self-paced training. Self-paced training allow anyone to log into our website, buy a course, take a training, and get the value from it. Our bootcamps are self-paced inclusive. However, we have instructor-led live training classes with expert coaches from all around the world. Our coaches work with global brands and they have deep expertise and experience in their areas of expertise or discipline. Our bootcamp lasts between 4 to 6 weeks to 8 weeks, depending on the discipline. So if you're looking at transitioning to become a business analyst, user researcher, Scrum master, an agile coach, a cybersecurity expert, data analyst, and so on and so forth, why don't you check our website and see one of our bootcamps upcoming? So, are you willing to launch a career in technology, but you don't have confidence, you have no experience, you're not quite sure about your transferable skills, you have no maybe background training, or even if you have certification, you're not sure what those really translate to in the actual, in the practical sense of things? Or are you willing to increase your earning potential, your earning capacity? I'm talking you want to earn 5, 6, even 7 figures in places like Africa, but you're not sure how to go about it. Why don't you check out our Career Accelerator program, right? And the good thing about it, even if you don't want the Career Accelerator program, if it's maybe too expensive or you're looking at pricing, try one of our boot camps and you can upgrade to the Career Accelerator program from there. I'm looking forward to see you there.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. It's another Lunch and Learn edition. Welcome to the Join Momentum Lunch and Learn podcast series. I'm your host for today. My name is Clara Rufai. I'm your Scrum Master for today. And today I thought we'd do something a little bit really core and germane to the subject of Agile, the subject of Scrum generally. Today I'm taking us on a journey into the exciting world of Agile and Scrum. So just the meat and bones. Of course, it's not going to be too much in detail, but just enough to perhaps arouse the interest of somebody who has never heard about Agile before, and also to make someone, if you are used to Agile ways of working, then you might find that this is just like a reminder. It's a light touch coverage, basically, of Agile principles. And the title of today's episode is Unveiling Agile Potential, the Essence of Scrum. So that's Unveiling Agile Potential, the Essence of Scrum. But first, we have to start, don't we, with a kind of definition of what Agile is to begin with. What is Agile? when someone mentions the word agile. Now, before I give you the formal definition, I like to talk about how I think about agile. When I first came into the world of agile and started to become familiar with agile ways of working, when I thought about the word, even before someone gave me the formal definition, I thought agile means light, lithe, nimble, something that's, very, you can almost think about it as a smarter way of working, of getting things done. And that is exactly what agile does for you in terms of breaking down complex projects, complex programs, and just bringing it all together. So basically, breaking things into bite-sized bits, and then sorting out each of the bits so that when you piece them together, the entire picture is beautiful and is complete, so to speak. But agile is a set of principles. It's a set of principles and values, right, that emphasize a couple of things. Agile emphasizes collaboration. It emphasizes the iterative development, right? It emphasizes also the concept of customer centricity. So the customer is at the center of agile. In an agile team, any good and effective and productive agile team has got to always have this, the customer up front and center stage. What does the customer want? What do they need? What increment can we offer the customer that is of the utmost value or utmost need to them at that particular point in time? But Scrum, on the other hand, is simply a popular agile framework. What Scrum does is that it enables agile teams, if you like, to deliver high value projects, or products rather, high value products through, that's the word, those are the key words now, incremental and adaptive approaches. So they basically break things down into small bites, do them, of course, as you know, they're called sprints, and, take care of those sprints one after the other. And, as one sprint rolls into another, they are basically reviewing what they've done in the previous sprint, what they could do better, what they need to stop doing, and things like that. So that's the adaptive idea of Scrum. Now, by the end of this presentation, what I want is for you to have a clear understanding of the essence of Scrum, just the essence of Scrum, and how you as a, team leader or as a Scrum master can unleash the essence of Scrum to enhance your agile team's potentials. So that is my purpose today. So let's move on now to the core concepts of Scrum. So what are the core concepts of Scrum? Let's dive in. Now, Scrum, as you know, operates with defined roles. Scrum operates with very defined roles. There are defined roles, there are defined artifacts, there are defined events that facilitate the efficient teamwork and production that you see. It just all doesn't happen. It is a very, very deliberate concept of product development, right? The three main roles, obviously, are the product owner. That's the person who represents the stakeholders and prioritizes the work that is most essential to the stakeholders, right? That's the product owner. And then the Scrum Master is also a very key role in Scrum. That's the person, such as myself, who serves as a facilitator and a coach for the team. So that's the servant leader. That's the person who basically makes sure that the team has an enabling environment within which to work and to produce the increments that or the products that they have to produce sprint after sprint after sprint, to make sure that the environment is enabling for that. And this would, of course, include taking care of sorting out impediments, acting as sort of like a buffer between the Scrum team and the Scrum team and the stakeholders. For example, it also involves a topic that is very dear to my heart, which is ensuring or cultivating psychological safety. I'm big on that because the truth of the matter is, unless your team, as a Scrum team, unless your team feels at home, if I might use that word, or psychologically safe, or they feel needed, they feel wanted, they feel celebrated, they feel like they matter, they feel like what they bring to the table is noticed, is recognized, and is appreciated. All of those feelings come together to um, under what we call psychological safety. So all of that is the Scrum Master's role. He serves as a facilitator, serves as the coach, sort of like a mentor for the team. He's the one who is the champion behind the scenes, making sure that everything works as it should. And then, of course, there's the very, very important development team. They're the ones who actually take the bare bones and make it something great, something that we can ship out, a shippable product or shippable increment that we can send out back out to the stakeholder, to add value to the stakeholder's business. Now, the development team obviously consists of, it's not one dimensional, it consists of cross-dimensional, cross-functional individuals, right? Different people, perhaps, focused on different things with different skills and capabilities that come together to make sure that they work together collaboratively to deliver the increment to the stakeholder. So the development team is responsible for delivering the product. Now, the key artifacts are things like the product backlog, which, of course, as you know, that contains all the requirements and all the features. Of course, we also have the sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is obviously a smaller list. The product backlog is a list of, the ideal, the to do, what the company or what the stakeholder would like to have. But per sprint, which, of course, as you know, a sprint lasts anywhere from 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. So the items that make it into the sprint are the items pulled into the sprint are the immediate important, or shall I say, the prioritized items make it into the sprint, the current sprint, and so on and so forth. And then other things get pulled on into the next following sprint. So there's the product backlog, there is the sprint backlog, and there is obviously the increment. That's the shippable product. That's the sum total, if you like, of the completed work that is done or that is produced for a sprint. Now, there are Scrum events, which are like the sprint planning, when you meet in the very beginning before the sprint formally starts. When you plan the sprint, how will it go? What are the items we're taking into the sprint, timelines, and all of those sorts of things. You discuss what's most important, what's probably less important at that particular point in time. Sprint planning. There's a daily Scrum. I love that, because that is where, one of the key concepts of Scrum is exemplified on a day-to-day basis. The transparency aspect of it, you inspect and you are transparent, and the team meets together basically to discuss everything that has happened in the last, if you like, 24 hours. And typically Scrum teams look at it as an opportunity to ask 3 main questions. What did you do yesterday? What are you going to do today? And what is the impediment, if any? It just helps to give visibility to all team members about where everyone is at, and also where the sprint goals are currently at. So there is that daily Scrum. There's, of course, the sprint review, which is the meeting that you have at the end of the sprint to review, to demo, if you like, the products, to review. These are meetings that you might invite. Obviously, you would invite the stakeholders to. And the sprint review is a very, very important meeting as well. And there is the sprint retrospective. Again, the team needs to say, what can we stop doing? What should we start doing? What did we do well in the sprint just gone by? What did we not do so well? What should we start doing? What should we stop doing? It's just basically an opportunity to self-inspect and look at ways of improving as you move into the next sprint. All these are structured opportunities for collaboration and inspection in any Scrum team. So let's move on. Shall we, to the third point, which is the Agile Manifesto and the Scrum values. Now, at the at the very heart of Agile lies the Agile Manifesto. And the Agile Manifesto is a guiding document. What it does, it prioritizes individuals, it prioritizes interactions, it prioritizes working products, actual working increments, working products, and things like customer, as I mentioned before, customer collaboration, customer centricity, if you like, and responsiveness to change. It's about change, it's about transformation. So Scrum embodies 5 values. That is focus, where the team concentrates on the sprint goal and the customer needs. There is also courage, which means that you have the boldness, if you like, to take calculated risks, right, and address the challenges head on, address challenges in a very transparent manner. There's also openness. Openness is simply fostering a culture or an atmosphere of honesty and feedback. And you can say that this kind of comes under, all of it comes under psychological safety. All of these things have to be in place for you to be able to say, yes, this is a team that operates from the concept, or operates the concept, or understands what psychological safety is in the agile ways of working. There is also commitment. Commitment is sort of like ensuring that each member is dedicated to achieving the sprint objectives. So each one is committed, and conversely, when you look at it, the team is committed because each of the individual members of the team is committed. There is also respect. Respect is appreciating that you know there are diverse perspectives in building. This builds a supportive environment, of course. Diverse perspectives that everyone brings. Everyone is unique, everyone matters in the team, everyone brings something special and something unique to the team, you know. So there you have it. Those are the 5 values: focus, courage, you know, commitment, and also respect. These are the 5 values, and they are critical to every Scrum team that wants to, you know, obviously grow, that is self-organizing, that wants to collaborate and work together in a productive manner. These are very, very, very critical points. So we're going to go into the Scrum roles. Let's take a closer look at each Scrum role. We named the Scrum role, the members, you know, already, the roles already. We talked about the product manager, we talked about the Scrum master, we talked about the development team. So the product owner acts as the voice of the customer. And I think I said this before, regularly the product owner is engaging with the stakeholders, seeking to understand their needs and their priorities so that he can make sure that working collaboratively with the Scrum master and the development team, he's able to deliver exactly what the customer would need and appreciate at that moment in time. You know, so the Scrum master then facilitates the Scrum event. Scrum master is responsible for all the meetings, the sprint planning, the review, just making sure that they happen, and they happen in the way that they should. As you know, some of these meetings are time boxed. All of that, you know, the Scrum master has the responsibility of making sure that the team embraces Scrum, embraces or agile ways of working, and, you know, let that be their guiding principle, so to speak, as they engage on a day-to-day basis to do the work that they need to do. You know, that they are adhering to the Scrum principles, that and of course, you know, building that, supporting the team by building that culture, ensuring that culture of continuous improvement. Now, the development team is that self-organizing unit. As I said, cross-functional. Collaboratively, they work together to ensure, to decide how the work will actually be done. The work that has been admitted into the sprint backlog, how will it actually get done? Because someone's got to do the work. Someone's got to take the bare bones and put it together to form that increment that will be shippable or that will be shipped out to the stakeholders. Now, by each of these Scrum roles, product owner, Scrum master, development team, fulfilling their roles effectively, the Scrum team members are able to contribute to the success of the product and to the overall Scrum process. So Scrum is that, you know, agile, that mindset, That's agile mindset, that agile way of doing things. And Scrum obviously is a way of expressing that, if you like, that agility. So moving on, the Scrum artifacts. Let's talk about the Scrum artifact. Scrum, as we know, Scrum relies on three essential artifacts, three of them, to maintain transparency and ensure ongoing progress in the Scrum team. There is the product backlog, which is it's referred to as a dynamic list of features, right? It could be features, it could be enhancements, it could even be bug fixes. It could be, bugs that need to get fixed in order to make something work better or something work more optimally. So it could be any one of those things, but they are usually ordered by priority, because per time, what you want to make sure as a Scrum Master or as a Scrum team is to make sure that you are delivering to the customer that which the customer says is more important to him or to the business at that particular point in time. So the product backlog is that dynamic list of features, enhancements, and bug fixes ordered by priority. It evolves, it can grow, right? It evolves over time because new information can emerge, and the stakeholder can decide, oh, listen, I think I want to go down this route or route, if you like, and I think I want to add on this, and I think this would additionally be needed. So that list will keep growing and it will keep evolving. Like it's a living list, so to speak. So the sprint backlog then contains those tasks which are selected, right, by the development team for the current sprint of anywhere between 2 weeks to 4 weeks, right? For that current sprint, what are the items? We know we have this long list that is called the product backlog, but what are the items that we are going to take on and focus on in this 2-week period or in this 4-week period, which is called the sprint? As the sprint progresses, right, the team will keep on updating the sprint backlog to reflect the work that has been completed and any changes in scope. Now, the increment is the sum total of all the completed work in a sprint. The sum total of all the completed work in a sprint, and it provides a potentially shippable, some people call it releasable, something that you can release, something that you can ship out, something that you can present. That's what it simply means, something that you can present as a product, as a viable product that you can present to something of value that you can present to the stakeholder at the end of each iteration being each sprint. So that's how that plays out. And it's very, very important to make sure that, when you review or when you are shipping out or releasing the increment, obviously the key people that need to be there, but the stakeholders should also be sitting in, and you should invite and welcome their feedback. Basically, when you demo the product, the increment to them, ask for their feedback. If they say feedback is the food of champions, if they give feedback, you are able to then gauge if you obviously there will be a definition of done, and you want to make sure even before the sprint ends that ideally the items you've taken into the sprint backlog, each one of them meets the definition of done, right? So the stakeholder will be sitting at that meeting and give the feedback, and all the increments will be demoed ideally at that meeting at the end of each sprint.
Star feature on this episode: Clara Rufai. She is the co-founder and European Vice President of G Woman Media, an all-women-owned digital broadcasting, entertainment, and media production corporation, creating a women-centric content and amplifying women's voices and visibility via its magazine radio, and television platforms. She also serves as the Director of Strategy and Research in the Media Arts and Communications Wing of the G100, a powerful global group of 100 women leading 100 diverse sectors and supported by 100 he-for-she champions. They foster community networks in 100 countries for policy recommendations, advocacy, influence, and action towards a gender-equal future. She is a corporate lawyer, a compliance professional, author, podcaster, social entrepreneur, coach, and speaker. She has decades of work experience under her belt as a Scrum Master, Delivery Manager, and Agile Coach. She is passionate about driving success through Agile processes, blending her legal and compliance expertise with project management skills to ensure compliance and seamless execution. She expresses her brilliance in diverse ways, including as a book consultant, storyteller, business leader, and mentor. She is the editor-in-chief of Shine magazine and the host of the Shine Capsules podcast. She is the author of the BAFTA Award-nominated book Prison Break, The 9-to-5 Escape Agenda, Taking the Leap from Limitation to Liberation. She is also a co-author of the book 40 Pearls of Wisdom. She is the founder and president of the Shine Zone, a social enterprise focused on leadership, personal development, and empowerment. She is the convener of the annual Leap and Shine Conference and the creator of the Shine Philosophy and the annual Shine Legacy Awards. She is also an experienced network marketing professional leading the Shine Squad, a team of thousands of business partners. She has received multiple awards in recognition of her work, some of which include the iconic Women Award at the annual Global Women Economic Forum in India, a Humanity Award, and a Motivational Award from Powerhouse Global. In 2020, she was inducted into the World Book of Greatness as a Creator of Greatness. During her banking career, she was recognized with the prestigious CEO's Award for Excellence. She partners with thought leaders and influencers, leveraging the extensive relationships she has built to deliver valuable content that serves individuals, businesses, and organizations. Popularly known as the Shine Strategist, she uses her Shine philosophy and platforms to empower people. Shine is an acronym that stands for Start, Harness, Identify, Network, and Express their brilliance. Projects worked on at Join Momentum. Ingenious. She believes in the power of writing in general and journaling in particular, linking that with the two very powerful concepts, mental health and personal development. She thinks it will be great to create an AI-powered digital personal journal. Create a digital journaling platform that uses natural language processing to intuitively analyze users' entries, provide insights into their emotions, thought patterns, and offer tips and tools for personal growth. The application can also suggest ideas for continuous self-reflection and improvement. On her advice to anyone considering applying for Join Momentum, she would say, without hesitation, do it. Join Momentum is an amazing learning environment that supports self-paced learning, as associates can participate fully and gain hands-on experience while working on real-life projects. At Join Momentum, although standards are high, mistakes and failures are celebrated as learning opportunities. I would fully recommend it. Major life experience. Some years ago, She became determined to discover her life's purpose and to shine with it and through it. This led her to founding her personal brand, the Shine brand. She went on to create the Shine philosophy, a strategy for living a purpose-driven life. The Shine philosophy encourages us to look inward, to connect with our inner greatness, to showcase our personal brilliance and live fully. The Shine philosophy spent many years cooking in the oven, having been born out of our life-changing experience of overcoming extreme depression after her two younger sisters tragically drowned on the same day in a boat accident. After she began to heal, she became consumed with a desire to immortalize her sisters. She wanted to find a way to honor their memory. This led her to a decision to make her own life count, seeing that her sisters' lives had been cut short. That's what she refers to as her Shine journey. Her journey of self-acceptance and self-actualization. She has been using the Shine philosophy to empower people with the understanding of what it means to operate with a personal brilliance mindset. The Shine philosophy teaches that everyone has a Shine ability, which are the God-given qualities each of us can harness to help us shine. Her hobbies are poetry, pen play, writing limericks, watching crime, Lego documentaries, and traveling.
Let's move on, shall we, to Scrum events and time boxing. Let's talk about the Scrum events and time boxing. I mentioned earlier that it is part of the responsibility of every effective Scrum Master to make sure that, you know, the meetings happen that should happen, the events happen that should happen, and also that they happen within the time box, ideally, that they should happen in. It's not always, you know, so in some environments it's not cut and dried. In some environments they're not, how shall I say it? They're not too precious about maintaining those time boxes. But the general concept is that in Scrum, those time boxes are, if you like, recommended because, for instance, the meeting happens every day. Just as an example, 15 minutes for the daily stand-up. The daily stand-up happens every day, and you don't want to bore people with a meeting that is way too long because people have got to still break up from that meeting and go and, you know, actually put their hands to the plow and do the work. So this is some of the reasons why, for instance, one of the reasons why the daily Scrum is said to be, you know, short and sharp, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's in some environments, of course, it could be more as the team needs. Now, Scrum events are time boxed. That's that. And that simply means that they have fixed durations to ensure focus and to encourage continuous improvement and continuous engagement. You don't want, when you call the meeting, for people to drag their feet and run away from the meeting. So the sprint is a time box of 4 weeks, as I said, anywhere between 2 weeks and 4 weeks. And that provides a consistent rhythm for development. But the sprint planning is what starts each sprint, during which the team will sit together, they'll decide the work they want to complete. The daily scrum is usually typically 15 minutes. It's a quick stand-up meeting. That's to sort of promote transparency, synchronizing everyone. Where is everyone at? So that everyone knows that, and then it can identify and highlight where there are impediments or obstacles, so that the Scrum Master can sort those out, or find somebody who can sort out those impediments. Now, the sprint review involves demonstrating the increment, ideally to the stakeholders, and gathering their feedback. I said this before. Then lastly, there is the sprint retro. The sprint retrospective is where the team is encouraged to reflect on their processes. How did we do in the last sprint? They will identify areas for improvement and action points and action plans that they need to address as they go into the next sprint. I want to talk about unleashing agile potential through Scrum. When we talk about unleashing agile potential through Scrum, what we really mean is that Scrum offers numerous benefits, right? Scrum does offer numerous benefits that can unleash your team's agile potential, smarter ways of working, basically. Now, by embracing that transparency, by embracing the continuous, the habit of continuous inspection, Scrum improves productivity. There's no doubt about that, which is why many organizations all over the world are embracing Scrum or agile ways of working. It reduces the risk of product failure. Unlike a waterfall method where the team would work for however number of weeks or months and then produce a product at the end which may not even meet a customer's, may not satisfy the customer. Scrum, you keep stopping, you ask yourself questions, you improve your processes, you eliminate risk, you take care of impediments, you check again, you go back and you check with the stakeholder. Are we on the right track? Are you happy with this? Good. Thank you. On to the next sprint and things like that. So yes, Scrum improves productivity, reduces product risk, the risk of product failure. It enhances collaboration amongst the team members, and also amongst the team members, between the team and the stakeholders, because the stakeholders know you are working to please them, to impress them. And so there is usually a friendlier atmosphere wherever Scrum is being properly practiced. But it's essential to recognize that there can be potential challenges. As with everything, there can be potential challenges, and such as, for instance, where people resist change. Human beings, they said the only constant thing in life is change, but yet the only thing that the human mind will always want to, the human nature will always want to resist is change. We all want to run away from difficulty, don't we? And sometimes when it comes to scaling, it can be difficult for Scrum to scale to larger products because of that, larger projects because of that. So adopting Scrum, though, it requires commitment to the Scrum principles. You either go big or go home. Do it right or don't do it at all. It requires a commitment to the principles of Scrum, the core values of Scrum, and the willingness to continually adapt and improve. You have to be open to that. Otherwise, you'll be leaving money on the table. You will be doing your team and your organization a disservice. Whereas you could fully embrace Scrum for what it is, practice it right, and make sure that you are taking projects over the line and delivering projects that really meet the business needs and satisfy the stakeholders at the same time. Now, there are some real-world examples. I'm going to use examples that anyone can relate to, probably would immediately recognize. Real-world examples of successful Scrum implementations. There are many organizations, of course, that have achieved remarkable success through implementing Scrum. There are many. Smaller companies you may know of, but I'm going to mention quite a few companies that, again, anyone can relate to, from startups to Fortune 500 companies. Scrum has proven time and again to be an effective framework to help deliver high quality products in an effective manner. There are companies like Spotify, there are companies like Salesforce, companies like Toyota. These have all embraced Scrum and Agile practices, and they've gone on to witness transformative results across the face of their business. They've gone on to increase their ability to respond to market demands, to deliver customer value consistently, and obviously to to compete very well, or to compare very well with their competitors in the market. So these are real life examples, and they have embraced Scrum, they've done it right, and it has worked for them on a large scale. Now, when we talk about embracing Scrum, there are some tips I want to quickly leave with you as I bring this to a close. If your organization, if you're a Scrum Master or a team leader, and if your organization is perhaps not yet practicing or embracing Scrum fully, or have never embraced it, or not properly, not plumbing the depths, so to speak, not embracing it fully, it's important for you to pay attention to some key steps. It's important for you to pay attention to some key steps in order to ensure a smooth transition, because it is a transition. And yes, people will resist. A, because they do not understand it. B, they're saying, this is the way we've always done things. Why change it? But by the time you start to properly implement Agile, they certainly will not be telling you, they may not see what is broke. It may not be obvious. People say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it may not be obvious to the ordinary person who hasn't embraced Scrum or is not aware of agile ways of working. It may not be obvious to them something is broken. But trust me, when you successfully implement Scrum and coach and teach and mentor and be that champion for agile ways of working in the organization, they will turn around and embrace it, and they will thank you for it. But what you need to do as a Scrum Master, you are the teacher, you are the coach. You need to start with educating first yourself, because you have to know it in order to be able to teach it. You have to believe in it in order to be able to inspire others to believe in it. So start with education and training. It's very, very important. Why? Because you need to familiarize everyone with the Scrum principles, the things we've talked about, the Scrum principles, the Scrum roles, the Scrum events, the Scrum practices, agile ways of working. You need to get them familiar with all of these concepts. You need to create a culture that encourages collaboration, because with Scrum, you have to collaborate. There has to be trust. People have to feel free enough to experiment, to take informed risks, to deliver projects. Establishing clear goals is also a key concept. And that's why you have the sprints and you have the sprint backlog that clearly says this is what we're focused on. Yes, we have the product backlog, it's a longer list, but this 4, this 5, this 6 is what we're focused on for this period. To establish clear goals and expectations for the adoption process, and then continually make sure that you are improving your process, right, through regular retros. The retrospective is that opportunity to reflect, right? Make sure that you don't skip it, because even in life, in your relationships, in your career, in every aspect of life, just stopping to take a breather, to just analyze, where am I going to, am I on the right track, or have I fallen off the wagon? That retrospective is very important. Remember, embracing Scrum is it's a continuous journey. It's not a destination, and it is not just a change in process. It is a mindset. Get it? That's a key word, mindset. Keep that in your mind. It's not a process, it's a mindset. A mindset shift that empowers your team to embrace change and to foster a culture of continuous improvement. That is, friends, that is truly the beauty of Scrum, and it's the beauty of agile ways of working. And I would hope, right? So, I mean, like I said, this is just touching on on the whole concept of Scrum in a very summarized manner. What I would like to do would be to encourage you, to find out, do more research, do some research of your own, and find out more about these concepts that we've discussed here today, and read up more about them, real life, challenges, real life stories from Scrum Masters and their teams. So, talking about the core concepts of Scrum, we also spoke about Agile Manifesto. We talked about the Scrum values. What are they? Then we looked at the roles, the Scrum roles. We looked at the Scrum artifacts. We also looked at how you can unleash the full potential of Scrum across your team and across your organization. We talked about real life examples that are big names that that I know, that have done it right and are smiling all the way to the bank, if I may put it that way. And we talked about, I've given also tips for how you can start, unleashing the power of Scrum, the power of an agile mindset, basically, into your team. So it's a mindset, it empowers, it will help you get your team to embrace change and be easy and okay and comfortable and confident with the concept of embracing change. And it will help you to foster a continuous, ongoing culture of improvement of your processes. And I hope that this presentation has shed some light on the essence of Scrum, the importance of Scrum, how it can unleash the full agile potential on your team and on your organization. If there are any questions, do please, put them in the comment box and let's have a conversation. But remember, you do need to go back and you do need to do a little bit more research on all of these concepts, and you will find a lot of free resources. And actually, I'd like to recommend that if you join Momentum, as has a lot of workshops that we do. And so go on the Join Momentum website and you will find a lot of free resources. If you follow our leaders as well on LinkedIn, follow us on LinkedIn, look for us on YouTube, find us go on our website, pay us a visit on our website. There is a host of free resources out there that Join Momentum has put out. Obviously, there is also the Launch and Learn podcast, which has over time discussed several different concepts relating to tech, relating to Scrum, relating to agile ways of working. So I invite you to feed yourself, basically do a little bit more research and keep scrumming, keep building effective Scrum teams, and keep being the champion of Scrum for your team and for your organization. Thank you.
The Join Momentum Career Accelerator Program is a 6 months work experience program designed for career transitioners, job seekers, adult learners, graduates, or anyone looking to launch or transition to a career in digital technology. The 6 months program provides and focuses on digital work experience, confidence building, portfolio development, and of course, there are other things like CV branding, LinkedIn optimization that comes as part of the program. The reason why the Career Accelerator program is quite impactful is because anyone that joins the program essentially is applying to work with our team members within the organization at Join Momentum. You work with our designers, our developers, our researchers, our testers, our BAs, including myself, from a product development perspective. So what you're getting is deep experience and knowledge beyond certifications or training or whatever it is that people get. The exchange program has proven to be transformative for people who have come on the program because within the space of 3 months, we expect you to be interview ready, job ready, and we'll support you with one-on-one coaching, mock interviews. We have a huge portal called the Career Transformation Hub with so much resources and information to help you to, when you land the job, to make sure that you're not just getting a job, but you are able to thrive and excel in the job.
Expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
To get my dream job, I need work experience. I need to develop professional skills, also coaching and mentoring, some certifications and CV rewrite too. Internship opportunities would help me greatly.
Join Momentum. Everything you're looking for in one place. Licensed work tools, personalized career roadmap, work shadowing, weekly coaching calls, practical self-paced trainings, verifiable work reference, career workshops, mock interviews, CV rebranding, and LinkedIn profile optimization. This is the real deal. Why worry about shopping for your career needs when you can get everything and more in one place? Join Momentum is a career acceleration program that focuses on practical training and certifications, work shadowing and experience, coaching and mentoring, and personalized career roadmap. For more details on how to start, call +442 045 380 208 or book a discovery call with us on our website www.joinmomentum.co.uk. Follow us on Instagram at join_momentum UK.